that maternal mental health refers to a woman's mental health during pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum period. It includes her ability to cope with emotional and psychological changes of becoming a mother. Welcome to the Mom's Mental Oasis, the show that explores maternal mental health, motherhood, and parenting. We are all about nurturing, supporting, and educating because we know that when we know better, we do better. I am your host, Morena Kotikubeni, and it is a pleasure to have you back with me here today. If you are new to the channel, I welcome you and I sincerely ask that you please subscribe. This will help us to grow the community, and if you've been here with me for a while, I really appreciate you and thank you. So, as you can notice that I'm not at the studio because I have been in and about, meaning I've been spending a lot of time away from my home and enjoying some couple time as well as family time. But I did say that this year one thing I am doing is I am going to show up, and I'm going to show up no matter how I'm feeling, where I am, or what is happening, because the intentional thing that I'm doing this year is being as present and as out there as possible. It's all part of my growth, and so that is why this episode is out. So for today's episode, actually, we are going to focus on speaking up about maternal mental health. And since May is Maternal Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to highlight three common maternal mental health conditions and one rare one. When I say rare, I just mean that it's hardly spoken about, but I would really love to highlight it because the whole point of all these episodes that are going to come out, it is to educate and to give awareness. In that way, you know what to expect, and if you know somebody who you might suspect that they are going through this, at least you'll know the right steps to take to help them. And what makes this month even more beautiful is that the theme is your voice, your strength. And so let us get into what maternal mental health is and what are the common conditions that women could. As previously said, May is the month in which we bring about awareness for maternal mental health. And for us to really understand what we are speaking about, it's always so much better to know the meaning behind those terms. So I have taken this definition from the World Health Organization, and they say that maternal mental health refers to a woman's mental health during pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum period. It includes her ability to cope with emotional and psychological changes of becoming a mother, something that should be nurtured, guys, the same way as we nurture her physical changes. One thing we know is many women are struggling emotionally during pregnancy and even after pregnancy. And what is so sad is that globally, you should know that during pregnancy, 1 to 10 women experience some sort of mental health condition. And after birth, 1 in 8 women get diagnosed with a mental health condition. While in South Africa, those stats, unfortunately, we have found that 1 in 3 women, they get to be diagnosed with either anxiety or depression. This is that most of those women don't seek help. We need to create spaces where women can feel seen, heard, and validated, and that their experience is acknowledged and help is accessible. That is why maternal mental health awareness is so important. It is a long week campaign dedicated into getting people to talk about mental health problems that are affecting women before, during, and even after pregnancy. And their aim is to empower women to speak about their experience and to seek help. So this campaign was actually started by a UK-based organization which is called the Maternal Mental Health Alliance. They actually were the first people to organize maternal mental health awareness. And then an official awareness campaign took place in 2015, and this was spearheaded by the Perinatal Mental Health Partnership, who are the ones that I am using their theme, which is your voice, your strength. But in South Africa, we also have an organization that is dedicated into researching and implementing policies that are beneficial for mothers. And that is known as the Perinatal Health Project. They actually are striving to improve the common mental health conditions affecting pregnant women and postpartum women. Those are anxiety, depression, and even PTSD. And they are focusing their services in the low resource settings. So their theme actually for this year is walk in her shoes. But the reason why I chose the your voice, your strength is because I am trying to promote and I'm trying to ignite women to speak about their stories and to not feel ashamed about it, so that we are minimizing stigmatization associated with speaking about mental health. We are breaking down this idea of a good mother, this society idea what a good mother should be. Every mom is a great mom. Your child, you are the perfect mom for your child. And you should never live by the standards based of other people or how you should be. And that is why your voice, your strength is so important. We are trying to get women to speak up. We are trying to get women to say, I'm not okay and I need help, without the idea of being shamed. That is why maternal mental health awareness is so important. Raising awareness and telling your story means being vulnerable. And I spoke last year about how I struggled with postpartum anxiety and how I had to take time off the podcast to really work on myself and to work on the negative voice that was really making me not show up as the best person towards my kids. And what we need to start doing is making that space where a mom can say things without feeling that she's going to get judged. That is why I feel like when you start having your voice, when you start really, reclaiming your voice, it starts with the moment you speak to somebody and say, I'm not okay. I'm not handling this the way I thought I will handle it. This is a lot. I'm tired. There's a corners to what I'm saying, but I am tired. And we want to make that space a safe space for all moms. And in understanding, being vulnerable and speaking about your struggles, what you don't realize is that it ignites another mom to take a stand and speak about her struggles as well. And she will actually get the courage to be like, I can get the help. There is representation of what happens when you seek help. So I want you to remember that vulnerability is not a weakness. It's actually a strength. And it's very courageous for you to open up about things that are happening to you. As stated before, vulnerability is strength and your voice matters. I hope that you remember that your voice is not just part of your healing, but it's also proof of your strength. And seeking help is a big step in reclaiming your strength. You can journal about it. You can do voice note to yourself. You can even speak to your mom group. Just taking that step of expressing yourself and saying, I just want to take time off. I need help. Trust me, that has started the biggest impact into your journey. So the episode is a bit short because I it's not a good idea for me to record at home, guys. And I have accepted, I don't know how many times, but I am thankful that you sat down with me and you got started into what we're going to be coming up with. So the upcoming episodes will be relating to a bit of maternal mental health conditions, and I'm going to have moms as well as professional people to speak about it, and I can't wait to indulge in it. So please keep on the page and subscribe, guys. Subscribe to help us grow. Thank you so much for listening through, and I hope that you remember that it's okay to not be okay, and that the motto still remains: looking after yourself is part of looking after your kids. Thank you so much. Bye.